And on India Today, this evening, we're very privileged and happy to be joined by HGS Dhaliwal. He's the Special Commissioner of Police of the Delhi Police Special Cell. Mr. Dhaliwal, good evening to you. Thank you for your time and for being with us here on India Today. First of all, sir, we commend the work of the Delhi Police and officers like yourselves and the people of the Delhi Police for the difficult work in the wake of this crime that has been committed and the killing of Sidhu Moose Wala. Today you announced, sir, that it has been found that Lawrence Bishnoi is the mastermind. Can you detail that a little bit for us with whatever you can share about how this was finally arrived at, sir?
See, as you all know, that Special Cell has been continuously working on all the organized gangs, and some of very notable incidents which happened in Punjab in last 1 to 2 years, especially the killing of Vicky Middu Kheda, in which all the three main accused, and especially the two shooters, Bolu and Lat, they were arrested by a team of Special Cell. And then there was very infamous killing of international kabaddi player called Sandeep Nangal Ambia. In that case also, Vikas Mahle was arrested by the team of Special Cell. So Special Cell is continuously working on all the organized gangs, whether they are creating something in Delhi or in any part of the country, in fact. So whenever any such thing happens, our teams are very quick to react and get into action. So when this killing happened, I immediately put, in fact, 4 of my teams on this task. And we thought this is very brazen killing and these perpetrators must be brought to justice at the earliest. In fact, the teams have done extensive groundwork, which we can't share all the details on this platform at this particular point of time. And in fact, it was the groundwork of this very one of our teams, due to which we were able to identify at least 5 definite killers. In fact, some of the pictures which have been shown repeatedly in media were also part of the groundwork of one of our teams. And by working on this, we had already taken police custody remand of Lawrence Bishnoi, because we had already arrested some of his earlier associates in different cases. And we had also arrested Kala Jathedi, we had taken Jaggu Bhagwanpuri on remand, and also Naresh Sethi. So, and we have been working on all the gangs. In fact, this just to give you a very brief glimpse. So he already had admitted to his role as a mastermind, and we were working on the shooters who were involved in the killing. And due to our extensive groundwork, we were able to zero down on a very close associate of one of the shooters who was involved in this incident. And we closely worked with Maharashtra Police on this one. And in fact, some of our teams also helped them in a very famous case of killing of Sanjay Bhayani, in which Nanded Police made good progress in association with our teams and on the basis of those inputs. So continuing it forward, we have been able to give inputs which led to arrest of one of these shooters called Mahakal. And he has been arrested, and in fact he has been arrested in one of the Makoka cases. In very desperate criminal is still on the run, and there are warrants pending against him. And this Mahakal, who has been arrested, is also wanted in one of the murder cases of last year. And in Punjab also he committed some of the incidents on the instructions of Lawrence. So he's a good catch.
Mr. Dhaliwal, if you could throw some light, I know that a large part of this case has to be kept privileged because it's an ongoing investigation, sir. But, there's been a huge amount of, curiosity about why Sidhu Moose Wala himself was targeted in this manner. Because, people know him to be a Punjabi superstar, singer, not a gangster as such. But, there are reports, we've also been reporting about the whole revenge angle, his manager who is sitting in Australia. Can you throw some light on that, sir? What did Lawrence Bishnoi say about the motive behind this killing? Why was Sidhu Moose Wala targeted, sir?
See, it will be very unfair for us to, comment, beyond what our role is expected to be at this instance. We have a lot of inputs, we have a lot of information. but it will not be fair for us to comment on this one. But I can tell you our target is to bring the killers to justice as soon as possible and help the main agency which is investigating this case, that is Punjab Police. All these people will eventually be handed over, and we are just trying to ensure that we contribute our bit to bring these people to justice.
What is Lawrence Bishnoi's state of mind like, sir? It's very valuable for us to be speaking to someone like you who's come out and declared that he's the mastermind. What is his state of mind like in Tihar in the wake of this crime that you have said that he is the mastermind of, he's the one who ordered it, sir?
See, state of mind, we can't really comment on this one. But he's not in Tihar, he's in police custody remand with special cell. And that remand at the moment is till Friday. And of course, Punjab Police will also be, taking him on police custody remand whenever they, want to have it. So at the moment, I can't really comment on his mental state. Our focus is not to really look at somebody's mental state, but to try to see if we can get the people who are involved in actual killing as soon as possible.
What is the Goldy Brar connection, according to you, Mr. Dhaliwal? Because he is known to be a Lawrence Bishnoi associate who's operating out of Canada. He's the one who actually came on record to take responsibility for the entire killing. Can you throw some light on that link, sir? Because there is an international element to all of this.
See, there is a definite element to all this, but in all these cases, what happens is a lot of people take responsibility. There are claims and counterclaims, because this case investigation is with Punjab Police, and I'm very conscious that focus of our team should be to just catch these people or bring them to justice, whatever way is needed, and hand them to Punjab Police at the earliest. So that is our focus. Our focus is really at the moment not dwelling into nuances of the investigation of this case.
Just a last couple of questions, Mr. Dhaliwal. There has also been the Salman Khan angle to all of this. We do know that a team from the Mumbai Police Crime Branch is reported to have come to Delhi today to also, question Lawrence Bishnoi. Anything you can tell us about that, sir? Because this is in the wake of the threat letter written to Salman Khan and the whole Lawrence Bishnoi angle, considering that he had a few years ago, on camera in fact, taken Salman Khan's name and threatened him, sir. Anything you can tell us about that?
Well, there was earlier definite conspiracy to, harm him, and that is pretty much in media also.
Yeah.
At this stage, this letter thing, I must honestly tell you, has not been focus of our efforts at all. And we have cooperated with Mumbai Police. The crime branch is here. They are interrogating him. And our team is just assisting them because that is main case being handled by Mumbai Police.
Is there any possibility of gang violence escalating in the wake of the killing of Sidhu Moosewala, sir? We've seen many gangsters of different rival gangs finger point at each other, which, like you said, may be common because there's a lot of claims and counterclaims that take place. Many Punjabi stars have come out and talked about a threat to them as well. Do you see a rise in, gangster activity and violence, over and above what has happened, or because of it, sir?
Well, it's like, we can't really comment what will happen in the future. But I think, Punjab Police and all other police forces, they're very competent and they are very capable of ensuring that there is no escalation. I really can't comment on it in the sense like what will happen in the future. As far as special cell is concerned, I can tell you that we are totally on it, and we are doing our best to ensure that there is not only no escalation, but there is neutralization of any people indulging in brazen street crimes.
Just a last couple of questions, Mr. Dhaliwal, and we value your time. I wanted to ask you a question because you're the chief of the special cell of the Delhi police. Since the murder of Sidhu Moose Wala, sir, there has been an effort by, these fringe Khalistani factions sitting abroad, sitting across the border, sitting in Canada to try and, foment tensions, to instigate emotions, to try and whip up, Khalistani sentiments, etc. Over Sidhu Moose Wala's death. Is that something that you are also looking at right now? Because it has been recognized as a threat in the past.
See, I mean, in any situation, there will always be some percentage of people in any community, in any religion or any populace composition who would try to, foment some trouble. So I can't particularly point at one angle. But I can tell you, I mean, whatever the challenges emanate, we will be able to very competitively meet them.
It looks like, and this is my final question, sir. It looks like, some arrests have been made. There are many others who are still out there. Is there a sense, I know this is a difficult, it's difficult to ever put a timeline on a complex investigation, sir. But is it possible to comment on how long it will take to, finish this case and get everyone who was responsible? Because there was talk that some of the killers or some of the people in the conspiracy may have tried to escape the country as well.
See, I mean, again, just to reiterate, I mean, it's a case of which is mainly investigated by Punjab Police.
Yes.
See, my task and my mandate to my teams is to get the killers as soon as possible, whatever the way possible, right? I mean, according to the situation, and just bring them to justice. So as far as completing the case and proceedings, it is the mandate of the agency which is investigating. My mandate to my teams is very limited to the extent that we should bring the killers to justice as quickly as possible.
HGS Dhaliwal, I thank you once again for your time and for taking our questions. There's been a lot of curiosity, and there can be no replacement from getting it straight from someone like you to settle down all the speculation on those complicated questions. Thank you very much, sir, for joining me here on India First. Thank you so much.